Hello, everybody, and welcome to this class, Spanish class for beginners. Uh, we've been, uh, I've been recording and posting some lessons for beginners to learn Spanish. Uh, and this is not going to be part of those regular lessons that I've been posting so far. This is a special video just to explain how we talk about the time in Spanish. Uh, so we will devote this video just to learn how to ask what time is it and how to answer it's whatever time it is. It's going to be a short video, and without further ado, let's go for it. Let me share my screen with you guys. And right now, you should be seeing my screen. You should be seeing my whiteboard. Okay, first of all, how do we ask about the time? I believe in English you use a set phrase, that is, what time is it? Or I think sometimes you can ask, what's the time? I believe. Uh, in Spanish, it's also a set phrase. You just need to memorize it by heart. It will always be the same way. And what we say in Spanish is ¿qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? It's a question. Then, answer. How do we answer that? In English, you have only one possible answer. You say, it is, or it's, blah, 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 blah. In Spanish, we are going to have two possibilities. We will answer es la una when we are talking about only 1 o'clock, 1:15, 1:10. So if the time is 1 and whatever, it doesn't need to be 1 o'clock. It can be 1:15, 1:10, 1:20, 1:25, 1:30. But as long as you mention the number 1, we are going to use es la una and then the minutes if you want. What about the rest of the times? What about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4:30? We consider that plural in Spanish. So we wouldn't say es la, we would say son las. Son las. And unlike English, we always talk about the hour first. So we will use this gap for the hour, and then we will talk about the minutes later. Vale, so let's recap. ¿Qué hora es? That's the way we ask about the time. What time is it? And if you are going to say 1, you are going to mention the hour 1. You say es la. Es la una. And if any other time, you are going to say son las. Vale. If it is around time, if it is 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, it's very easy because you only say es la una, 1 o'clock. Son las dos. It's 2 o'clock. Son las 5. It's 5 o'clock. Son las 6. 6 o'clock. Son las 11. 11 o'clock. The problem comes when we want to talk about minutes. When we want to say it's 1:30. It's 2:20, things like that. Let me draw for you a clock. I'm not very good at drawing, but I think I can do it. Okay. This is going to be our clock. And this is going to be your clock. This is going to be a 1/4, 1/2, and a 1/4. I believe that when you're talking about a round hour, you say o'clock. There is no need to say that in Spanish. We can simply say son las dos. It's 2 o'clock. But we do have a word that we can use if we mean that is 2 o'clock sharp, 2 o'clock on the dot. And that word is en punto. You don't have to use it, but you can use it. So, for example, if you say something like son las tres en punto, it's 3 o'clock sharp. It's not 1 minute past, it's sharp. But as I said, you don't need to use it. We can go without that. Then, like you, we have special words for a quarter. So for a quarter, we say cuarto, and we have special word for half past. We say media. So we have o'clock en punto. You can use it or not. And then cuarto, that would be a quarter, and media would be half. Vale. For us, like for you in English, if we start here, o'clock, and we want to add minutes all the way till here, we are adding minutes. So in English, you say 5 past 3, 10 past 3, a quarter past 3. So you are adding minutes. How do we add minutes? What word do we use to add minutes? We use y. So, for example, son las 5. It's 5 o'clock. Son las 5:05. 5 past 5. Son las 5:10. 10 past 5. Son las 5:15. A quarter past 5. Son las 5:20. 20 past 5. Son las 5:25. 25 past 5. Son las 5:30. Half past 5. That's the way we do it with any time. Well, imagine you are talking about 1 o'clock. It wouldn't be esla, it would be, sorry, it wouldn't be son las, it would be esla una, it's 1 o'clock. Es la 1:05, 5 past 1. Es la 1:10, 10 past 1. Es la 1:15, a quarter past 1. Es la 1:20, 20 past 1. Es la 1:25, 25 past 1. And finally, es la 1:30, half past 1. Vale, so far so good? I hope so. Vale. Like you in English, when we surpass half past, all the way from half past to the next hour, we are not adding minutes. We are thinking about, or we are talking about how many minutes are left for the following hour. So we won't use E anymore because we are not adding minutes. We are subtracting minutes. So we would use the word menos. So, for example, let's go back to that 5 o'clock. Son las 5. That's 5 o'clock. But what if I want to say it's 25:06? We say son las 6, because the following hour is going to be 6, menos, menos 25. That would be this time. Son las 6 menos 25. 25 minutes to 6. Son las 6 menos 20. That would be this time. Son las 6 menos cuarto. Quarter to 6. Son las 6 menos 10. 10 to 6. Son las 6 menos 5. 5 to 6. So from half past onwards, we subtract. We talk about how many minutes left for the following time. Okay. Shall we do a complete hour? Let's do a complete hour together. So for example, let's begin at 7. Son las 7. It's 7 o'clock. 5 past 7. Son las 7:05. 10 past 7. Son las 7:10. A quarter past 7. Son las 7:15. 20 past 7. Son las 7:20. 25 past 7. Son las 7:25. Half past 7. Son las 7:30. And here we stop adding. Now we have to start thinking about how many minutes left for 8. So we say son las 8 menos 25. It's 25 to 8. Son las 8 menos 20. 20 to 8. Son las 8 menos cuarto. A quarter to 8. Son las 8 menos 10. 10 to 8. Son las 8 menos 5. 5 to 8. And finally, son las 8. It's 8 o'clock. So we've gone all the way from 7 to 8. Probably you are thinking, okay, if you don't use the 24-hour clock, because we don't, how do you know if you are talking about the morning or the evening? Well, most of the times, the person asking you is living in the same world that you are living, and he can see that it's morning or afternoon. If you ask someone in the middle of the street, what time is it? You know if it is the morning or the evening. But imagine that you need to specify for whatever reason. We say, for example, it's 8. Son las 8. That could be 8 in the morning or 8 in the evening. Okay, we can specify by saying son las 8 de la mañana. It's 8 a.m. Son las 8 de la tarde. It's 8 in the afternoon. If there is daylight. Imagine it's dark. It's winter and it's dark. Son las 8 de la noche. That's the way we specify if it is in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. Probably most of the times there won't be need to do that because the person asking you knows if it is the morning or the evening. He can see the light. He's outside like you. Okay. I hope this was helpful. I hope you understood this. And now what we could do is I could give you a few times and I could do them for you, giving you some time to think about them. If you need more time, you can pause the video and so you can practice. Okay, let's do a few times. For example, I will keep this here so you can use it. Someone asks you, oh, ¿qué hora es? What time is it? And you want to say this. It's 6:30. You would say something like son las, because it's not one, it's more than one. 6:30. It's 6:30. Son las 6:30. Someone asks you, ¿qué hora es? And you want to say this. Okay, we don't have a 24-hour clock, so for us that is 2. We will say son las 2. You want to say that is 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock sharp. You could. Son las 2 en punto. Son las 2 en punto. ¿Qué hora es? And you want to say this. Okay, that is 10 to 9. So we would say son las 9 menos 10. It's 10 to 9. 10 minutes to get to 9. One more. Someone asks you, ¿qué hora es? And you want to say, let me think. Okay, 3:20. Son las 3. And we haven't surpassed the half past, so we are still adding. Y 20. Son las 3:20. ¿Qué hora es? Okay. 22:10. Son las 10, because we are thinking about how many minutes left to 10. Menos 20. Son las 10 menos 20. ¿Qué hora es? We don't have 24-hour clock, so for us that is 1:30. So we would say es la. Did I catch you here? Because it's 1. For 1, remember, we use es la, not son las. Es la 1:30. Es la 1:30. ¿Qué hora es? It's 8:45. Son las 9 menos cuarto. Son las 9 menos cuarto. ¿Qué hora es? For example, 7:25. Son las 7:25. Okay, don't worry if you still find it difficult. You've been doing it your way all your life, so it's completely normal. This is just a matter of practice, and getting used to the different way of doing it in Spanish, because we do the hour first and the minutes after. We use different words, so don't worry if you struggle a little bit at the beginning. I will see you very soon in the next video, and have a nice day.